Amy from E-Learning Channel Museum. How are you doing? Are you guys okay? We are so blessed and so far so good. Today, we're going to learn one of the most beautiful songs ever written, Bridge Over Troubled Water. I love this melody, but the word is even more beautiful. I hope this beautiful words can touch people's heart. With this song, we're going to learn two things. First, the technique of playing multiple sound with one hand. And second, quarter note triplet. Now let's see how it goes. The first part is the introduction. The original music is played with the piano, which sound very clean and neat. And then the singer comes in later, which is known as melody. The singer's voice is very quiet and gentle too. So we have to bring it out this melody line as gentle and as quiet as possible. If you see the melody line, which is start from the third line right before the repeat signs, do you see? Yes, eighth note and then starting. This is the melody line. Small. This is the melody line. Then what about the other notes? We have another down. We have another right hand chord. And then you have another note. So we play many notes below or other than the melody line, which is backdrop. So right hand plays the chords and other supportive melody lines. Therefore, you have to be careful to carry the melody line throughout the song. So if we play it here, and left hand goes and right hand, this is backdrop. And the melody comes again. And then in here, your right hand top note is the melody, not the bottom one. This is a backdrop. So lesson point 1. Technique of bringing out the melody line over the harmony is adding more weights on your finger. What it means when you play it, you have to bring it out top note more. So you have to put more weights on your finger number 3 than finger number 1. How are you going to do? You adding more weights on the finger, and finger number 1 has to be gently touched. So the weight between two fingers are different. Number 3 has to be more than number 1 because of this is melody line. The same way all through. Less, and then especially this is not even melody, so you have to just gently touch. And then melody comes again. And here too, top note E is the melody line. So what you need to do is more touch. So you have to put more weights on the finger number 3. And also to bring it out melody clear, you have to touch the more surfaces of the keyboard. So that way your sound is full. The second lesson point is quarter note triplet. If you see the second page, the second line, the very last measure, you will see the triplets. Do you see the number 3 above the note? That's the triplet. Normally, triplet is a group of 3 notes played inside another note length. It is portion of musical times that it's been split rhythmically into 3 parts of the song. So most often used triplet is 8th note triplet, which is 3 8th note will be within 1 quarter note. However, in here, we have quarter note triplets, which means you have to play it 3 quarter notes within 2 beats, which is half note. Do you see it at the bottom half note? So it will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See? That's how you play. If it's too hard, what you can do is you just play it 1, 2, 1, 2. Play it that way. Of course, it's better to play exact, but if not, quarter and 2/8 note. that should be fine. But make it quarter note a little short and eighth note a little longer, then it should be okay. Now, since we learned the lesson point, let's play it whole entire songs throughout. Now let's start from the beginning. Right hand starts with G, C, E, which is a C inversion. Left hand plays a simply C. And eighth note as a one count, so it's easier. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and eighth note. And left hand goes to G and right hand plays the same note. And right hand F, A, C, left hand comes to F. Left hand plays the F chord and right hand step down to D and B. Left hand plays the F and D. And right hand step down to A, C and A. But in here, what you can do, you can just slide it down, or the best way is 1, 5 and then keep this finger number 5 and come to 1, 4. That's better actually, because you can connect the melody line. Otherwise, if you play it like this, it's easy to play, but sounds not as pretty as you're connecting it. It's up to you. The right hand is about that. The left hand is from F, D, and you go up F sharp, D sharp. So it will be 1 and 2 and then left hand comes to G, C, E, C, and right hand is the same note, but switching the finger number to 1, 5 so that you can play it next to note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do you see the right hand, the bottom note? Half note, right? While the top note is quarter. What it means? Right hand, top note is the melody line, so they separate it. So right hand plays quarter, quarter, but the bottom one you have to keep holding it because this is backdrop, important harmonies to support melody line. So it goes, you have to keep holding it. You see it? So 1 and 2 and that's how it goes. And left hand goes to A and G and right hand is D, E. And here's 2. Your right hand goes to G, pinky, but you have to keep holding finger number 2 because this is another backdrop. So you have to play less sound, however you have to keep holding it to support the melody lines. So 1, 2, and the next one, right hand A and C sharp, and left hand the same note. 1, 2. Left hand F and C. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right hand F, A flat, D. 1, 2, 3. Because we give eighth note as a one count, so this will be 3 eighth note. Got it? And then finger number 4 will play a D and goes to, I know it's pretty low, right? Of course, the top note is a C, and then you have a skip, skip, and then another one more step down, so which will be E and C. Pretty low note, right? It's first time to see it that low. I know it's very confusing, but if you see it as a skip and skip, then it should be easier. So 1, 2, 3, and after that you will just switch to finger number 5, or you can just play a one note. That's fine too. 1. And here, do you see the little notes above the note in the left hand? That one is decorative note, so you can play that one later, but for now, just play it E, D, C, the big notes. That's the main note. And then if you see the little notes, that one just like to slide it down, just like the slipping down on the note. So like this. So you're just adding it. And go to left hand F, C, F. But this F you will play with your right hand. I guess that's easier because right hand, if you see it, C, A, that's another skip down to this F. So like this. Or you can even play it with left hand. It really doesn't matter. F, C, F with left hand. And then the next note is C, A, F, C, A, F. So basically skipping down to C, A, F here and go like that. And the next one, C and E. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then right hand B flat and C, and left hand E, D, C, stepping down. 1, 2, 3. And left hand C and F, right hand A and C. 1, 2. And F chord, right hand F, A, C. But you see this little line? That means breaking up the chord nicely. It's just like a harp playing it. Instead of playing a bunch of notes at the same time, you're just breaking up one note at a time. Actual melody line starts from here. F, F. And then here you have to use technique that we have learned today. Lesson point 1. Melody line over the harmony. Okay, so it's gonna be C and E, left hand, C and G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tied. 2, and left hand goes to C. 1, 2. And then left hand comes up to F chord, and right hand goes down to F and A. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here, count it as eighth note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then it should be easier when you play it fast. And then the next right hand is F, G, and left hand comes to C chord. 1, 2, and right hand C and E. 1, 2, and the left hand goes to 3. 1, 2, 3. F and C, right hand, C and A. 1, 2, right hand A and C. 1, 2, 1, 2. Slide it down. 1, 2, and E and G. Left hand goes to C. 1, 2, 3. Left hand again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and the left hand. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then goes to C. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the next one will be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now here, the left hand will place the bottom note, and the right hand will play it 2 notes, F and A, and then right hand slide it down, left hand just plays a C, and then right hand plays the F. So basically left hand just keep playing the C's, and then right hand just play the F, G, G, F, and then E. That's much easier to play it. And right hand G, C, E, 2, and 3, and then C and G, and G, B, D, and left hand goes to G. 1, and 2, and right hand goes to D, and left hand G and B. 1, brings our lesson point to 2. How you gonna do it? 1, 2, 3. Then if we move it on to the next one, it will be C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how rhythm goes. And again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stepping on left hand and F and 2 and 3 and 4 and then left hand goes to C, 1 and 2, and then after that you have to go A and B, but since there's no finger you can just cross it over to finger number 3 and 4 and then the same note but you switch to finger number 1 and go to the next to G, 1 and come to F and right hand you slide it down to F A C, 1 and 2 and right hand D F B and left hand comes to F and D, and then slide it up to F sharp and D sharp and right hand C D sharp A, 1 and left hand comes to G E and right hand C E A, 1 and 2 and right hand D and E, but you will play with finger number 1, 3 so that it can connect the melody line. 1 and then you hold the finger in pinky and goes to 1, 2, so that way this melody line can be wrinkling on. And left hand 1 and 2 and right hand goes to G sharp and D, left hand E, 1 and left hand comes to G sharp and D, the same note as right hand played, and the right hand will just step up to E, and then right hand E A C, left hand is A E, 1 and 2 and then you have to switch to finger number 1 even if it's the same note. Why? Because you have to go down to another C's here. So 1 and 2 and like this. And right hand plays F chord, F A C, and left hand F's 2. 1 and 2 and right hand F D F B and then C D sharp and A and E and A and then 1, 2. Let's shift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how rhythm goes. And then the right hand C F A, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and right hand to C and A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and right hand goes to E G C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. And then where we go, we have to go back to repeat sign. Where is third line? Do you see it? Yes, and then we will go back again. Yeah, play the entire thing throughout. And when you reach to the third page, top line, do you see right before 1? Yes, that measure. From here, and when you play a second time, you have to skip the first and then go to the number 2. Repeat. Where? Bottom of the page 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This part. And then go to page 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand goes to C and left hand goes to C and right hand G, B flat E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then F sharp. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right hand plays the F sharp and E, and left hand plays the same F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then shift it down to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C, F, A. And the left hand goes to A, B, C, D. And right hand F, and left hand goes to F, G, A, C. And right hand goes to A flat, C, F, G, F sharp, C, and G, C, E, G. C chord. Like this. And in preview playing, I played left hand, very last part, octave. To make it full sound. If you can, try it. But otherwise, that's okay. You can just play it one note at a time. Because left hand plays many notes within a short time. So I think it's easier to play one note at a time. And when you can play it well, then maybe try adding another note and make it octave. Then it will sound full. It took a while for me to edit the song because the original music is so nice and good. And whenever I tried with piano, it wasn't as good as the original music. And if I added all the notes as I hear, then it gets hard. And if I leave it out to make it easy, then it sounds weird. So that's why it took like about 3 weeks to edit the song. And I finally came out with the decision. I will make 2 different editions. First one is for our lessons. I will make it a little easy. And then the second one, I will play it as I hear it, E flat, which has the 3 flats. So once you're done with this one, try it, the advanced one, which has more notes and more rhythms. Alright? And I hope you enjoyed the song and stay well and healthy. And I will see you next week with Kill the Word by Michael Jackson. I think this music will be perfect for the word now we're going through. And I will see you next time. Bye!